So today I'm going to talk about highlighting and contouring. This is how I personally like to highlight and contour. By no means am I saying that this is like the right way to highlight and contour. This is simply what works for me because I tend to sweat a lot. I'm oily in some places, so this is what I like. So as you can see, I have my whole face done. I have my foundation, my highlight, my brows, eyes, lashes, and lips. Everything except the highlighting and the contouring and basically the blush and like illuminating highlighters. So let's get into it. So, really quick, before as my base, the concealer does help in aiding to the highlight effect. So as you can see right here, I use a very light concealer and I used Max Full Coverage foundation, which is a very heavy foundation, which I use as my concealer in the color NC20, and I just blended it out. If you want to know more about my foundation and concealing routine, you can click right here to see that tutorial. Anyways, so I have my foundation and my powder, and the powder that I use is Makeup Forever's Pro Finish powder, and it's kind of like a MAC Studio Fix powder foundation. These are foundation powders, so they have a really high coverage, so if you like that natural kind of look, then you can just wear this as your foundation. But since I prefer a fuller coverage, I wear a full coverage foundation and also a foundation powder on top to amplify my coverage because that's what I like. Okay, so the first product that I'm going to use, I like to contour first. So I'm going to take MAC Studio Fix powder. This is again a foundation powder in a darker shade. And I like to be more warm. So I'm going for the color NW45. And NW is like neutral warm, so it's more on the warm side. And I'm taking that on a boomy brush, and I like to just swirl and tap. What I like to do is this would act as my transition color. So you know how when you do your eyeshadow, you apply that transition color for that blend? This is what I'm using my foundation powder as. I don't just want to start with like a dark powder at first. So yeah, this is my transition color. I like to start at the top of my ear and go down towards my, like, between my nose and my mouth. You just kind of have to play with it. And when I'm applying this, I start in big circular motions towards the back, and then do smaller strokes going towards the middle of my face. Am I in the center of the screen? Okay, so what we're doing is that doing bigger strokes on the outside and going towards the middle. So we're starting to get that. So you see the dimension coming in. Highlighting and contouring is like my favorite part of the makeup because that's, I feel, what changes my shape of my face, because I am plus size. I like to really go in with my highlighting and contouring, and this is my routine. This is what helps me. It's so funny because a lot of my friends that I haven't seen in a while, or when I wear a full face, they be like, oh my god, I see your weight loss. Oh my god, we see it in your face. And I'm like, thanks. But it's really because of this routine right here. So if you want to look like you lost weight right after the holidays, follow this step by step and you will look skinty, honey, for 2015. So what I'm doing is I'm working my way up towards the hairline. Like, I like to do my temples because I like my my face to look round. Oh, really quick, I didn't mention about the concealer earlier. My concealer that I did, I'll insert another clip. I don't like to take my concealer out too far because I want my face to look more oval. So I like to concentrate my highlights towards the middle of my face, because if I were to bring it all the way out to my ear like some girls do, it'll actually widen my face. So by contouring here and here, it's actually cutting my face a little bit smaller right here. And this is what I want to focus on. Because if I bring the highlight out way too far, it's really just gonna widen my face. Inadvertently, I can do the contour all the way up here because I want to give the illusion of cheekbones. But for some other faces, they like to do that higher cheekbone, so maybe that highlight works for them. You just have to know understand your face. But it took me a while because I used to take my highlight all the way out and it just didn't suit my face because my apples are right here. So I tend to do my triangle in this area. Some people's apples are back here and they can do that higher cheekbone, but I wasn't born that way. So this is what I'm doing and we're just blending away. And I seem to be pretty satisfied with that. Oh, I'm also gonna show you how I snatch my nose. For those of you that don't know the definition of snatch, snatch means to fiercely define, I suppose. But I don't know. That's what I've always taken snatch to be. So I'm gonna do the face and then I'll do the nose. But this is what I got for the bronzing, and it's nice and warm. So like I said earlier, the eyeshadow, this is my transition color, and then I'm gonna go in with a darker color now and cut. So sometimes I see people, or what I used to do, they take a dark contour shade and then they just go in and then they blend it out and hope for the best. No. If you start with your lighter colors first, not lighter colors, but your nice transition colors, then you'll have a nice cut and it will already look blended. So let me show you. So I am going in with Anastasia's contour colors, and this is Espresso on the top here and Copper Brown. This is my contour palette with all her contour colors. But so since I did up my bronze already, I'm going to take Espresso. I'm gonna mix these two. I don't know. And then I'm taking it on a smaller brush and I'm just going to cut my cheek. And you see it's already looking like contour. And that's how I get my cheekbones. And you want to make this stupid face. And I don't know why I do this, because I saw my mom doing it growing up, so I do it. And the technique that I did before, I'm going wider and then swirling my weight down. And if you do too much like me, you can just go with your face powder and blend it out. So I'm taking this on this side, make this stupid face as if someone slapped you, and then go on the other side. The other side, I'm sorry. And you just want to swirly, and just work your way down. And yes, snatched. I call these cheekbones, not cheekbones, because I didn't have to buy mine. You just gotta buy a little bit of makeup. Save a lot of money. Hashtag cheekbones. Yeah. Okay. Alright. So I'm gonna do a little bit on the side of my temples. For drag, I'll go in on my face, but this is not drag. I have shown highlighting and contouring. Ooh, that's a lot. I have shown highlighting and contouring in my other videos, but this one is more in depth. So, and then we will highlight in a little bit. So this part seems a little blotchy to me on the bottom end. So what I'm gonna do, it's okay, is take my face powder and go over it. So I'm just gonna take my face powder in the color 170 and I'm just gonna kind of blend it up so it's less harsh. I just like to kind of go over everything. Oh, and when you're contouring also, you don't want to go too far down because that's gonna look like a 5 o'clock shadow. So you want to make sure it's still light under here so you get it looks like it's sinking in. You just want to make sure everything is blended and you can adjust as you go. So now what I'm going to do is do my highlight next. I always do my nose last because actually the highlight helps in contouring your nose. So I have a really flat nose, really flat. I'm Filipino, so I like to take a, this is a blush brush, but it's so tattered up that I guess it thinned itself out. So it's kind of like this. It's like a flat. If you find anything fluffy and flat, like my face, then you're good. So you want to take the Makeup Forever Pro Finish powder. These are powders. You don't have to take this powder. You don't have to take this powder. So I'm just gonna take it and just work my way. I'm not gonna go up because that does not flatter my face. Like, I'm not gonna go up. I'm just gonna keep it in this area. And by bringing the highlight in close to the nose right here, it's gonna push my nose together. Because then when I contour my nose, I don't want to bring it too far out or too far down. So this is what I'm doing. Sometimes I just like to smile and keep that right here. And this, where the highlight meets the contour is where you want to put the blush. So that's where I put my blush, right here, which is like connecting. So my highlight will go here, see my contours right there, and then the blush just marries the two together. I mean, it looks nice like this, but I like it highlighted. So yeah, you just want to like work your way. And I'm using patting motion so I get the most deposit. And again, I'm kind of flipping the brush inside and working my way towards the nose. And I don't want to go too far out because that's gonna make me look crazy. And oh, so I like to take some of this and go down the nose. Just a little bit, and then a little bit. So I have 3 shades. I have my face powder, my extreme highlighting powder, and then I have like a medium tone. For me, I don't have my contour shades because that's in a different. This is just for my face and my highlight. So I'll take like this medium tone and blend this down. This is in the color 128. And this one is in the color, I believe it's called 113. Let me check, I'm right, 113. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my 170 and I'm gonna blend the white out. See, it looks really harsh. So I'm just gonna take my regular face powder, just kind of blend the two together. We are getting somewhere, yes. I just feel so alive when I have my highlight and my contour on. Okay, so I'm pretty satisfied. Now I'm gonna go in with the nose. It is my favorite part, y'all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my NW45. Let me bring you guys closer. Perfect, so I'm gonna contour my nose now. I'm gonna take NW45 Studio Fix powder and my e.l.f. fan brush. And this is like, what, $3? The reason why I like this brush is because it is so thin. It is not as fluffy. My highlighting brush from Sephora, which is like my fan brush, it's a lot more fluffy. Do you see that? It's like way too fluffy for me to contour. It'll just make my nose actually look wider. So what I like to do is I like to take a little bit of the NW45, tap off the excess, and then work my way and just work on the bridge right here. Just work on the bridge. And I'm just going up and down, up and down. And you see the highlight that I did on my eyes? It's kind of pushing all the way up, maybe even onto the nose to kind of make it look more skinny. So that's what we're doing. And you want to get right under the nose too. Right there, right there, right there. And now, this is the other part too, because my nose looks actually short. So to elongate my nose, I'm gonna take my NW45 and a fluffy blending brush like Sonia Cash, like a 224 by MAC, something fluffy. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to connect this nose bridge and actually bring it up into the eyeshadow. This is what makes me look so different. I just started doing this like this past year. I used to bring it in, but sometimes I'll bring it up. So my nose bridge will actually look longer. This is like a little old drag trick. It kind of like helps your crease go up. But you know, there's a little drag queen in all of us. So what I'm doing is, I like the NW45 because it's a nice transition color, like the cheeks also for the eyes. So I'll even take it into the eyeshadow because most of the time I'm wearing something like warm and brown, like reddish brown. So it works perfectly. And then I'll even take some and bring some straight into the brow and down. And then just work your way. And you basically want to connect what you did with the fan brush to your nose. Right here, yes. Can you say snatched? Yes. But we're gonna snatch it even more. But wait, there's more. We're gonna snatch it. Oh my god, I'm sorry I was so out of focus. I'm so sorry. Okay, so next for the nose, I'm going to take Vanilla by Anastasia. And I'm going to highlight the very center of my nose. This is Vanilla. These are like my highlighting shades right here. And I'm gonna take it on a small brush. Just gonna take it like on the very tip of this like Morphe brush. It's just something small and pointy. I'm just gonna run it down the nose, up and down. And like, cause my bridge stops here, I'm actually gonna carry it up towards like the, like not all the way up towards my brow, but just like kind of blends it up. So we have that snatched effect. And there's my nose. There's my nose. And also, if you want to go in a little bit more, like me, I'm gonna take Espresso again by Anastasia, and I'm just gonna darken it right in this area. Right in this area, and go up towards the brow. Right in this area. This is where the magic happens, and just connect it up to the brow a little bit. So you kind of want to bring the shadow up and down. I don't know why I'm out of breath. I think I'm getting like really excited that I'm losing weight right now. Wouldn't you get excited if you're losing weight in seconds? Well, this is the secret right here, honey. Lose weight with just a couple products. Maybe I should title this video How to Lose Weight in Minutes. That'll get a bunch of hits, huh? Huh? Okay. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put on my blush and connect the highlight and the contour. And I'm gonna put on my contacts. I'm gonna change and I'll be right back to show you guys the finished look. So this is the finished look. So all I did was I added my Desio contacts in Innocent White for all y'all that keep asking me. And I added some Eternal Sun Blush by MAC. And what I did, like I said earlier, was to marry it in between the two. So as you can see, my contour is all the way back, but my highlight is not all the way back. So I can keep the integrity of my face to make it look slimmer. So yeah, that's what I did. This routine of mine is on the heavier side of things, but that goes without saying. You don't have to do every single technique or use every single product that I use. Just take bits and pieces of what I use, because this is what works for me, because it is full coverage, it is full glam, and that's what I like, honey. So don't hate. What you can do if you guys are on the drier side is to add Fix Plus on top by MAC. It is a makeup refresher, so it kind of blends all the makeup together. But if you're oily and sweaty and fierce like me, then this is the tutorial for you. But yeah, let me know what you guys want to see next in my video. I know you've been asking for this damn turban. It is so easy, but I guess I'll post a video for you guys. What else? Let me know what you guys want to see next. I love you guys so much. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all the above. And I love y'all so much from the bottom of my heart. So I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. Bye bye.
Are you okay? If only I could make him understand. I just don't see things the way he does. I don't see how a world that makes such wonderful things could be bad. Look at
F***ing phone.
Things the way he does.
Okay, I just can't look at you. You're so into it. That's the whole point of the video. Okay. Stop moving. Okay. Wait, this is.
Make such wonderful things. Could be.
Stop laughing.
Don't see things the way he does. Don't see how a world that makes such wonderful things could be bad. Isn't it? Make him understand. I just don't see things the way he does. See how a world that
You're like the worst gravity ever.
such wonderful things could be bad.